Hey everybody!
I'm
the Fanda here,
and I'm the Serena Azurean.
and we're doing our tier list for the movies we watched in July of 2026. So starting off, we have Aquaman.
Do we? What does that look like? Ah, there it is. Now I
Aquaman: The
remember.
Lost Kingdom, aka Aquaman 2, with the tagline "The Tide is Turning."
Hey, that's the guy from Stargate Atlantis. Yeah. It was a movie. It was a movie that got produced and put into theaters.
It sure was.
It was
It was very much a visual spectacle.
Yes. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'll start with the positives cuz if it's very beautiful. The costumes look pretty cool. Did I mention the visuals are really beautiful?
Yes, I very much agree. Definitely appreciate how they try to keep it comic book accurate for the different hero and villain costumes.
Yes, that much is nice. Even if they do change out Momoa's appearance quite a bit from the comics, but overall, yeah. That's it. Okay, well, movie itself,
Yeah, the story was pretty crap.
yeah.
The if you can even call it a story.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Aquaman goes on adventures and whoopsie, here's a real loose plot. Bad guy wants to come back and be more bad, but he's kind of back already, sort of.
I feel like old video games of like the PS1 era had more of a plot than this movie did.
This really felt like a video game to me. It was just like
the graphics for the game would have been great, and I definitely could see where you'd insert the gameplay.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, okay, here's the part where you're actually playing the game, and this one's a cutscene.
Yeah.
And now we're back to playing the game. That's what the whole movie felt like. Very thin on plot and storyline. And honestly, it was kind of like the Michael Bay's movies. In that there's a lot of spectacle and not a lot of substance, so you could actually get bored even though there's a ton of action happening on screen. And the movie itself was pretty boring. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful, messy movie, but ultimately it was very boring, and I'm glad the Snyderverse is over.
So where are you ranking this one?
To me, it's not an F tier, but it's definitely a D tier.
Okay.
F tier would have to make me mad, I think.
All right, next we have Bo Burnham. What?
Yeah, this is a recording of a stand-up act or special, so this is not like a typical movie. I thought it was
there's a little bit of a lead into it and a little bit of a post thing to it.
A lot of comedy specials work that way.
But yeah, I guess so.
It's I thought it was pretty funny. It's definitely not the funniest thing I've ever seen, but I do
of him even.
Yeah,
I've definitely seen him have funnier material.
Yeah. I think he's a real offbeat humor. And I feel a lot of it's like you just have to get it. Well, I guess it's a lot of humor, but honestly, it was all right. It was okay. Not super hilarious, but it was all right. I would say it's a B.
B? Okay. B for Bo. All right. All right. Next we have Ex Machina, written and directed by the writer of 28 Days Later. There is nothing more human than the will to survive.
Yeah, they made sure to make her partially invisible so they could show off that, hey, she's a robot. Don't forget she's a robot.
Yeah, that was definitely one of those weird things. It's like, if the whole point is the guy on the right is her creator, the guy on the left is the guy he brings in to try to test to see whether or not he thinks she passes for human. It's like, why wouldn't you make her, fully human looking?
I just assumed it was because he's only part way through her design. Yeah. Just easier because he does have other spoilers. There are other robot designs that are fully covered.
So that's Oscar Isaac, is her creator, and Domhnall Gleeson is the other guy there. Yeah, that's, and Alicia Vikander, who ended up moving on to be Tomb Raider. She became Lara Croft in the reboot movie.
Yeah, I got to mention Apocalypse and Moon Knight.
Oh yeah. I always forget is.
And Poe Dameron.
But anyway, so that's it for the major cast members. There's not a whole lot of people in this movie. There's like a few
Yes.
people to start, and then it's just these three and one other character,
Yeah.
and then nobody else the rest of the movie.
Yeah, this is
But it's like despite the fact that there's a very limited cast, the movie is really good.
yeah, it's a real tight storyline. It's they did a really solid job that gets you thinking like what is you're always wondering what everybody's real motivation is here.
Yes. There's a
Uh
lot of that, a lot of what's really going on kind of thing happening with
yeah.
every character.
Yeah, and it's I enjoyed it. Really great characters. Yeah, there's I don't know. It's hard to say much without spoiling it. If you aren't
Did you
thinking about
like?
go see
Did
it,
you really
I
like
liked
it?
it. I liked it. I thought it was nice. It was a bit different than what I would have imagined. Thankfully, it doesn't just simply follow the Hollywood
I
formula.
want to say this was like one of the top 10 movies of the year
Yeah,
when it came out.
I enjoyed it. I don't. It's a bit of there's a lot going on here.
That
I don't think I
that's
could rewatch it.
that's a little bit of a hint towards a future project, top 10
Yeah.
movies. But
Yeah.
anyhow, where do we want to rank Ex
Thought
Machina?
it was alright. I'd say it's a B movie.
B.
Well, the
Okay.
storyline. You know what? For other people, if you want to see a really good movie, I would say it's an A.
All
The
right.
only reason I'd want to put it in B is only because rewatchability.
Yeah,
I
I could
don't
see
really.
that. It's not the biggest
Yeah,
rewatchable
you
movie.
watch it once, and that's all you need. Fletch is a movie that it was definitely around when I was growing up, but I never got around to seeing it.
So I have here the poster with text on it. It says, "Meet the only guy who changed his identity more often than his underwear. Fletch, until last week, he was just another mild-mannered reporter fighting for truth, justice, and a window office. Now he's being threatened, shot at, accused, and arrested, and that's by the people he's trying to help. But there's still one thing even more dangerous than his work: his love life." Really weird, really weird description. I don't know how accurate that, if say that feels, but in any case, Fletch, really classic Chevy Chase movie. Chevy Chase and all of his Chevy chasiness.
Yeah, it's a very
Uh,
Chevy Chase movie.
there's definitely a few things that I feel like either were reused or got reused in other movies that he starred in. There's a scene where he's looking out at somebody in a swim pool, and I
Yeah,
was like, "This seems like a familiar shot from National Lampoon's
yeah.
Vacation."
Christmas
Is
Vacation.
it? Oh yeah, that's right. Christmas
Yeah, there is
Vacation.
a National
Yes.
Lampoon's
Yeah.
Vacation, but
That's
yeah.
I just got them mixed up. But yeah, but yeah, this one is definitely one of the movies where I feel like he's playing a young guy for once, and not playing a dad role like he is in those
Yeah.
movies and others. Uh, this also has a bit of a Walter Mitty vibe. There's one of the images on there is of him. One of him imagining himself looking that way. In fact, one of them I don't think is actually happens in the movie. But anyhow, what do we think of Fletch?
It was okay. I think I would have been more amused with it back in the day, but
Okay.
I feel like a lot of the humor, it's clever, but I don't really feel like I didn't laugh at all.
Okay.
I was
You didn't laugh at all.
I don't think I did. Maybe once
Okay.
or twice. It was amusing,
Okay.
and it was a good plot. I like the plot.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was all right. I wouldn't go higher than a B.
Okay.
I really feel like I'd put it in
All
C though.
right. Next, we have The Nine Lives of Fritz the Cat. We had
Wow.
previously reviewed the original Fritz the Cat movie. This is the one we actually saw a clip of at Anthrocon
Yeah.
little while back. This is a very, very weird drug trip of a movie. I definitely get the feeling they expect their audience to be high on something while watching it. There's a lot of scenes that are just psychedelic for no reason, and like the characters are just having a conversation, and skulls are floating by, and the background is just like disco lights and whatnot.
Yeah, this is also an adult movie.
Yes, this is the original one was the first X-rated animated movie, and this one is very much in the same vein. Lots of drugs, alcohol, and sex in this thing, and full frontal male nudity.
Yes.
Lots of full frontal male animated nudity here.
Yeah.
And it's also very much a product of its time. A lot of racial references and references to World War II for some reason. But yeah, this movie was awful.
Yeah,
I wanted it to be so much better. The clip that I saw ended up being the entire scene that I was looking forward to. So I'd already seen the one bit that I wanted to see, uh, or was looking for. At least I thought it was in the first one. Found out it was in this one, and yeah, once the scene happened, the scene cut away, and it was it. I was like, oh man, really?
yeah. This wasn't good.
Yeah,
This wasn't good.
it was terrible.
It's
I
hardly
watched it only
watchable.
because it's the legendary furry movie. We both think an F here.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, that's an F tier movie. It's not good. The animation, the only thing I like about it is some of the
Yeah,
animation's kind of neat, but
yeah.
overall,
It's definitely one of those movies where it's worth
yeah.
checking out if you're at all interested. But otherwise, have it on in the background while you're doing other things. And if you do partake of substances, definitely check that out. Next we have Rutger Hauer is a hobo with a shotgun, delivering justice one shell at a time. So this is one of the movies that was in some showings of Grindhouse. They had a bunch of fake trailers for movies that have the Grindhouse vibe to it, and this is one that got included in some showings that ended up getting made into a real movie. Other movies from that line include Thanksgiving and Machete. We're both from that line as well. I think those are the only ones that
What about
happened.
the double feature movie they came out
Yeah,
with?
that's Grindhouse.
Oh yeah, that is Grind. Oh my gosh.
That's Planet Terror and
Yeah,
Death
my
Proof.
brain. I have a bird brain. What do you
That's okay.
want?
I saw it in the theaters. I did. Unfortunately, did not see the version that came with Hobo with a Shotgun trailer. But I had heard about it and it intrigued me, and I'd been wanting to see it for a long time. Finally, got to see it here, and it was weird. It
It's a
was
weird movie.
really weird. I mean, granted, that's kind of the vibe they're going for with this kind of movie, but at the same time, it really was just weird.
Yeah, I feel like it was more akin to a trauma movie. It's
Like,
not. Makes a little more sense, but it really just to me feels like a
yeah,
slightly better scripted trauma movie.
I'm actually not sure how much trauma I've ever actually seen, but I can't argue with that. I do feel like
Yeah.
it is that kind of vibe from what little I know. But yeah, where do we think Hobo with a Shotgun
Yeah,
ranks?
I would say it's entertaining. I would say B.
B? Okay.
I wouldn't go any higher, but that's up to you.
Okay, next we watched season 3 and 4 of the IT Crowd, or
Yes.
whatever the second and the last two seasons of the IT Crowd. We still have the series finales, hour or 45 minute special to watch, which we'll cover in the next month's video. But yeah, what did we think of the
Yeah,
IT
it's
Crowd's
still very
next
strong
seasons?
show in the season that we've seen. But overall, it's still like an amazing show. I absolutely love
Yeah, it
it.
is amazing how well it holds up.
Yeah, and
Both
it's
both as Americans watching British comedy and comedy
yeah.
in 2026 that's from as far back as it
Yeah, I
is.
definitely don't think that it being a British comedy hinders it at
Yeah,
all for an American
exactly.
audience. Like there
I
are
agree.
times where like I like Monty Python, but some of that is
Yeah.
definitely
Oh,
regional humor.
absolutely. Watching My Python's Flying Circus can be really hit or miss.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just way too like, what are they? What?
Yeah.
Like I don't get
This
it. But
show
this never
does
have
not
that.
yeah, it does not suffer. Everything's great. I see a ton of gags in this that I do not see in other shows. But yeah, I mean it still has the sitcom type of
Yeah.
framing where everything gets reset by the end.
There's only a couple of
Yeah.
like technology things that are a little out of date or
Yeah.
otherwise like
Yeah.
really show the age of the show. But for the most part, I feel like this show really holds up.
Yeah. I used to have a shirt just like the character, just like this guy here on the far right is wearing. And it looks very much like that. But yes, great show, absolutely wonderful. The one guy, it's unfortunate that he's involved in a property that I don't really much care for, but so be it.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
This one here. Yeah, we don't have to
I
mention.
thought you liked it.
I do like the
Or
character. I like the guy. I like his humor. I just don't like that he's involved with some terrible
You're
persons.
not talking about the cartoon
Yes,
show.
nope.
Okay.
But this is S tier. It's an easy S tier.
All
for me.
right.
Like, great show. If you don't like it, then we can't be friends. I mean, seriously, Bricky, we can't be. What would we talk about?
now we got season 15 of King of the Hill. We actually just finished watching this one today.
Yeah, this show is excellent. I enjoy it quite thoroughly. It's great revisiting the characters, and it's amazing that they're still able to grow and do new adventures. Like I remember watching the original show and falling off after
Oh, really?
towards the very end. I'm like, okay, this is all right.
All right.
But now getting back into it, it's great. It's a great
Yeah.
show. It developed well.
All the characters still feel like themselves.
Yeah.
With maybe one exception. He's still working on it. But yeah, the cast of characters are all great. You can definitely feel like they've gotten older, and the fact that Hank and Peggy have been out of the country and now coming back home, discovering things in America that have changed over the time, is very similar to Rocco, the Rocco Static
Yeah.
Cling, where they were in space, came back to Earth, and found out, oh man, look at all the things that have changed while we've been gone since the 90s.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's very similar in nature to that, where they're the two main characters, Hank and Peggy, are just experiencing all these things that aren't like how they were back when the show first aired.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one character that has suffered the most here is Khan. Khan's voice actor was changed last season. He only had one episode where he got to feature, and this season he got to have several episodes that he appeared in. It's a little rough around the edges, but I think he's doing a decent job. I think maybe next season it might be a little more well-rounded of a voice for him. Dale's new voice actor nails it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just like the Rick and Morty replacement voices.
Yeah.
I can't tell anymore.
Yeah.
He sounds just like Dale now.
Yeah, sometimes like I feel like in the previous season, Dale, like it was there were times where I was like, it's not Dale.
Yeah, that was the thing. His actor passed away mid recording, so they spliced together the two different voices.
But this season,
and so they didn't really vibe together.
Yeah.
But this, he's nailed it now.
Yeah, he's excellent. I'm very happy with it. I don't feel like any character's been done wrong here.
Really? Even Khan? You don't think?
I don't really feel like he's been done. He's still the same guy. He's a jerk, but he's learning some humility. But which is kind of his whole thing in the original series. He would do something. He'd be a jerk, and he would have an episode or two where he actually has to show some humility and gratitude towards the other characters.
Is there really enough space behind his head for another tire?
Yeah, I don't know. But what is this layout here? He has a garage he could pass through, like, or is this pool in the front yard?
This is Khan's pool or the Super Nippon pool.
That's right. It's in their yard.
Because they built a pool for in one episode of the original series.
He has a pass through garage. That's interesting. I don't know. Whether it's been established before. I mean, they exist. But anyhow, it's totally not the point.
And the fact that this is taller than the garage is a little strange as well. But anyhow, the show's great. Definitely can't recommend this enough. If you've watched the original series and you haven't watched the new season, like I can only assume you don't have Disney Plus or Hulu to watch it. So if that's the case, find a friend, go watch it. What are we thinking?
This is definitely. I would have to say it's an S tier.
All right.
I don't generally. I try to be more restrained with S tier movies, but I definitely feel or shows.
And next we have the latest thing we watched. Samuel Goldwyn Jr.'s Once Bitten, a tasty comedy. Mark Kendall just found out that his one-night stand has been around for centuries.
Actually, he doesn't really learn how old she is.
Movie. That is kind of a weird.
He just figures out she's a vampire at some point, but spoilers.
Very early Jim Carrey movie. This is from 1985. So very very young Jim Carrey. He plays an 18-year-old guy, an virgin,
which is integral to the movie.
Yes. The vampirist here needs to find a virgin to to have his blood before midnight on Halloween.
Yeah, and she needs yeah, so
And for
she's
some reason, virgins are hard to find.
yeah, and then like at first it's like it seems like she won't go for kids. There's a comment about her like not, not being interested or something in a young person. But then later on they mention that that is a thing she's done.
Yeah.
Maybe she grew out of it, but I'm like,
Yeah,
why do you have to like get it down to the wire? Just
Yeah, I know, right?
find someone who's like I don't know, like I'm not telling you to go become a vampire and feast on children, but why couldn't she just like go to an orphanage or
Yeah, there you go.
or go to a hospital? Oh, there's a bunch of babies there. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
this
there
one.
you go. And,
Like-
and on top of that, it's like, yeah, why wait till the last minute? Just capture one and put it in a cage, feed him
Yeah, well, they
till the
keep
time.
they keep letting them
You
go.
know?
I think it's something to do with her wanting it to be more innocent. Maybe if she put it in a cage, it would be less. I don't know.
Maybe they need to be in their sexual prime for her thing, because
Yeah.
like there's like a mojo kind of thing going on
Yeah.
that gets brought
It
up.
seems more like she just prefers it
But
that
in
way
any
rather than
case,
she needs it.
Very, very interesting movie. Again, I'd never seen it. This is something Azurean had seen ages ago.
Yeah, I'd forgotten a good portion of it.
But yeah, what do we think? What do we think Once Bitten fits?
One's Bitten, God, it wasn't good. I'm sorry, I didn't like it that much. I'd say C tier.
Okay.
I do appreciate Jim Carrey's very rubbery dancing.
Yes.
He's an amazing dancer, and I forget that every time between movies. I'm like, I forget he's a great dancer, but he's great. In every movie after dances in, he's freaking great.
Okay, next we have Pinball, the man who saved the game.
This is a good one.
Yeah, this is one that I had on my radar for a while, and finally had the opportunity to watch it for this month. This is the true story, or mostly true story. I've heard that there was like a lot of these kind of drama. I don't know, what do you call them?
Dramedy?
No, a documentary that dramatizes.
Oh,
things.
yeah. I don't know.
Whatever the term is for that.
I
There
feel
are a
like
lot of
just
these.
documentaries.
A lot of these will tweak real details to make the story more interesting. Not. But yeah, this is about the guy who went before the New York City Hall to basically make it so pinball was no longer illegal in the state of New York. And before then, he had to sneak into a adult bookstore just to be able to play a game of pinball in secret.
I actually thought when I'd heard of this, I was like, what is this even going to be about? Like, it's just pinball.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it had this whole history.
Yeah, there was a real thing where pinball tables were ripped out of establishments and smashed for photographers to make a statement.
Yeah, they believed that it was a form of gambling.
Yes.
So they
there was no skill involved. It just takes people's money. And
I had a friend that that collected pinball machines and used to do a party once a year. So I got to play all sorts of really fun pinball games that he owned, that he really was meticulously upkept and sometimes cycled out. And this never came, like the whole history of it never came up one time.
But yeah, basically this guy decides he's gonna write a book about pinball, and in the process ends up becoming the savior of the idea of pinball being available to people to play. It is also very interesting in that the actual guy this is based on appears in the movie as like a narrator, and he kind of like interacts with the actors playing his past self, and it's a very, very interesting juxtaposition. I really thought that was a fun way to do it. Don't ever see that in other movies of this
it is
type.
Very similar to Sakonko didn't see it, but it was the making of a National Lampoon. I don't remember the name of the movie. It's just National. One of the characters does the same shtick. He goes through a lot of he's recounting different stories, and he's talking directly to the camera, and he walks through. It's like the very, very similar in format, and it has Chevy Chase in it. So
funny enough,
character played.
So
him anyway.
what are we thinking?
Joe McHale plays him in that one. I liked it a lot. I'd say it's an A tier.
A tier, all right.
Yeah. Definitely a really fun movie. I'd be tempted to rewatch it someday,
All
maybe.
right. Next, we've only just started this show. It's only had one episode so far, but President Curtis,
Yeah,
spinoff from Rick and Morty.
I like it a lot. If you like Rick and Morty, I don't see why you wouldn't like this, other than
Keith
Rick and
David,
Morty
President
are.
Keith David.
Yes, he's wonderful. I love Keith David. Ever since They Live.
Yes.
Ever since They Live, the first thing I ever saw him in, and he's been in quite a few movies I've seen over the years, and of course he's done a lot of voices, like Goliath, and obviously President Curtis.
Yes.
And this show
And Husk on Hasbin Hotel.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
right.
I am not sure how much this secretary lady is going to be in the story. She barely had a role in the one episode we've seen.
I think that's
but,
all she's ever gonna be.
You know, I definitely think the scenes we did get of her were kind of cool. She's, for being the old lady secretary, she seems to be with it. Next we have this guy. He's got a really interesting personality here. Interested to see where he goes. And the lady, she seems like she's gonna be the Deus Ex Machina that saves the day a lot, because she seems to have like cyborg implants that she's able to use to do whatever the plot requires. She's kind of the Data in that case.
She's kind of
just, hey, we need technology to do something. Hey, there we go.
But yeah, this is really great. If you like Rick and Morty, why wouldn't you like this show?
And if she can't do it, he knows Rick.
Yes, they can always fall back on that worst case scenario.
I mean, hopefully they don't use him as a crutch too much. So hopefully they only show up every once in a while, if any more than the pilot episode.
I would be okay if they only appear like once a season. Like, I think that would be fine. I think that would be more than enough.
They could end up being the season finale. I would like that as well. But anyhow,
the show is excellent. It's like Rick and Morty with a more coherent story. Although I still love Rick and Morty. Right now I'm feeling A tier. I don't know if that'll change in the future.
It might. I mean, we could potentially talk about this in the next episode.
It might go downhill real fast. Rick and Morty is always Rick and Morty. If you haven't seen Rick and Morty by now, what are you watching?
Rick and Morty season 9. One of the few times where the poster actually has a little bit. In fact, most of this image is a representative of something that happens in the show. Yeah. Maybe not all at the same time, but all this stuff happens.
And I mean, I like the show a lot. If you don't know what it is by now, I don't know how to help you with it. I feel like it's still a pretty solid show. It still holds up. I wouldn't call it S tier, but I'd say it's a good A tier.
All right. Next we have another pseudo documentary.
Yes, this is definitely a pseudo documentary.
So yeah, directed by Jason Reitman. Saturday Night.
Yes, this is
the revolution begins at 11:30.
Yeah, this is the about the creation of Saturday Night Live, about its first show rather, and a lot of the
first episode.
Yeah, the twists and turns and things and that happen.
Yeah, there's Jim Henson.
Yeah, that's the thing about this movie.
And George Carlin smoking a blunt.
It's Andy Kaufman. And,
oh yeah.
But this is so the actors they got to play the different characters, some to varying degrees. Like I thought Andy was all right; he was recognizable. But a lot of the main cast, holy cow, to these characters, you can just tell who they are. Like I know that should be obvious, but these guys are like some of them are almost dead ringers for the actual actors.
There's a better picture. This is more indicative of the Saturday Night Live posters that they do. In fact, they kind of go and take a photo very similar to this in the movie, but Lorne Michaels' character up here is not in that shot, I don't believe. But anyhow, this is about how Lorne Michaels managed to throw together a bunch of young up and coming comedians and make a sketch comedy show that was unlike anything of its time. And I love this poster. October 11th, 1975, 10 p.m. The writers are stoned. The set is on fire. Their sound system is fucked. The actors are physically assaulting each other. The crew is in open revolt. They have 90 minutes to get their shit together, and the network is pulling the plug. Saturday Night. In fact, that was the name of the show. It was just Saturday Night. The live did not get put in until later.
Yeah, this is it's a really gripping story. I never felt bored with this storyline.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there was a few scenes that only
Yeah,
in
a little, dragged a
comparison
little bit.
dragged a little bit, but
Also, there were some times where it felt like, how is this all happening in this time frame?
yeah,
There's a little bit of a discrepancy there for
yes,
me.
some of it, like I obviously they embellished on a lot of this,
Yes,
but
probably.
yeah, there's
We
definitely
don't
some. No,
we don't know. We weren't there.
they well, I mean, it's stated
But yeah,
somewhere that it's stated in the movie itself that they've
okay.
added a dramatization, but it's yeah. Aside from the time frame issues and a few slower scenes, which I think actually are good for the movie, this one was pretty great. I never felt bored with it. It is very interesting to watch, and I think it's definitely one that will like you might actually really truly want to rewatch it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me want to watch the first episode of Saturday Night Live
Yes.
just to see what actually got record or ended up airing.
Yeah.
Because the movie ends just as the show is starting.
Yeah, I've seen it. I just don't remember it. It's been so long.
But anyhow, where are we
I feel
ranking
like I'm
this?
abusing the A tier, but I feel like we watched a lot of, or the stuff we watched this time around is a lot better. Or maybe I just lowered
I
my
mean,
bar.
there was a
but
few that have clearly
yeah,
a
let's
couple
put it
that
in A tier.
were not so good. But anyhow, next we have Secret Life of Pets 2. We talked about the first one last month. This is the sequel.
I had hoped that Sweet Pea would get a bigger role, and in fact,
Yeah.
Sweet Pea got a much smaller. They're in the movie for like one scene, and that's it.
Hey, practice being a cat. Eat that bird. What?
Yeah,
No, eat that bird. Okay.
that was basically it.
Spit it out. Don't
And,
actually eat the
and then
bird.
Sweet Pea gets upset and flies away. And I think they're in one other scene, and then that's it. And then there were two other
Yeah.
parrots in the movie, and it's the same thing as the first movie. The parrots don't talk.
The first movie had more bird in that there was that falcon that was living
Yeah.
on the roof.
Yeah, it's like
But they weren't even in this.
I think maybe they don't talk just because they're like the parrots are all birds that speak English,
Yeah, I
I guess, or
guess.
human language.
But
Anyway,
anyhow, birds aside, what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was okay. I liked the way that found a way to get them to leave the city in a way that made sense. They got to meet new characters that way. I feel like the whole like inner turmoil isn't as present in this one as it was in the first one. Like, oh my gosh, I'm being replaced.
Yeah,
This
that one was a little trite. I
Yeah.
feel in the first one.
And then this one, I don't feel like the adventure is as grand.
Yeah, for
And-
sure. I mean, the fact that the bunny character completely has forgotten his past life as being like an outlaw that
Yeah.
fought fought humans for animal rights.
Yeah,
There just went out the window.
Yeah,
He's
just
completely committed to being this little girl's pet.
Yeah,
now.
he seems to really love it, and I mean, I guess it's cool he realized his dream. But ultimately, yeah, a lot of these characters, there really isn't any real character development other than, uh, I don't know. I just don't really feel like there was a lot.
Also,
Uh,
one other thing to add, all other than the main dog in the center
Yeah.
there, who was voiced by Louis C.K. in the original, is now voiced by Patton Oswalt. Everybody else reprised their role,
Yeah,
which is kind of neat. They just
That's
got rid of the one actor who was problematic and
Yeah.
didn't replace anybody else.
But
I know
ultimately-
a lot of these sequels,
yeah,
the lower tier sequels, can sometimes just swap out new voices that are cheaper.
yeah. I
And they
think
didn't.
this one was okay. I didn't really care for it that much, honestly.
Aw.
I was kind of disappointed.
Okay,
I would for me this is a C tier.
all right.
I don't see the point of it existing.
So this next
Other
one
than the cash
we didn't
in.
actually see, but is
Started
one
to
I'm-
watch it.
I'm curious to know if anybody else out there has seen this. It's called "Smoking Causes Coughing." Very very strange title. Apparently it's French.
Yes.
We started watching it. It turns out it's entirely in French with subtitles, and but yeah, it is a Sentai movie, superhero movie for idiots. One of the best films of the year. John Waters. Yeah. Apparently it was entered in the Cannes Film Festival up here. But yeah, just ended up passing on watching it. If anybody's watching this video has seen this movie, you think it's worth checking out, maybe if it comes back around,
can give it a-
we'll have to give it a second chance. But
Yeah, we have a time limit for a lot of these. So yeah, this one wasn't like, oh, we'll get to it later. We just can't.
All right, next one we got is Spiral from the Book of Saw, starring Chris Rock and Samuel L.
Yeah, you
Jackson,
saw this in theaters, didn't
featuring
you?
original music by 21 Savage, including the new single Spiral. Yes.
I
So,
thought it was definitely not what I expected. I know
okay.
it takes place in the same universe as the Saw
Mm-hmm.
movies, and I thought, okay, it's just gonna be a completely different movie that just happens to be, a couple towns over or something. It's like,
Mm.
yeah, it's still pretty much just Saw, only without Jigsaw. Spoilers. But ultimately, I liked it. I haven't seen a lot of Saw movies. I've seen a
You saw
couple.
Saw X with me in theaters.
Yes, yes, I did, and I've seen the ending to a lot of them because really, if you don't want to watch the movies, just watch the last couple minutes, and
Yeah,
they do a full recap of the movie. And
that's a fair assessment.
yeah, and it's this one was actually I thought was pretty okay. It definitely wasn't what I expected, but yes, it does do a lot of the Saw stuff in it. Chris Rock was excellent in it.
Yeah.
Um,
And Sam Jackson was in it too?
Yes, yes, he's always good. He's always good. I guess a B.
B? Okay.
Yeah, B's fine. Yeah, it's definitely better than Pets too. That's for sure.
All right, next we got Splash. 2 days ago, this girl showed up naked at the Statue of Liberty for Alan Bauer. It was love at first sight. Now everyone's chasing her, trying to prove she's a mermaid. From the first laugh, you'll be hooked.
Yeah, there's
Get
only
it?
like
Hooked?
there's only like one guy, but trying to find prove that she's a mermaid. But
I mean,
yeah, well,
yeah,
for
mostly.
for most of the movie, towards the end, there's
Yeah.
there's more. But
But yeah, this is
um,
another one of those movies. We saw a fair few movies that had World Trade Center
yeah,
show up in the background of
yeah,
things,
it was.
which was very interesting that we kept bumping into that.
Yeah, it's just the
Uh,
way it says that you're in New York, you got to show the Twin
yeah,
Towers. That was just
yeah,
kind of a rule. I'd actually seen this movie forever ago when I was younger. And I remember renting it from the video store and I was watching it on TV. So I've seen this a
yeah.
bunch of times already.
She was the woman of Alan's dreams. She had large dark eyes, a beautiful smile, and a great pair of fins.
Yeah. It was, I think, believe it is
Starring Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah,
one of
Eugene Levy, and John
possibly
Kennedy,
Tom Hanks' like first major leading
and
role.
directed by Ron Howard.
Yes, yes, indeed. Apparently, he helped Tom Hanks with his getting adjusted to doing movies as opposed to sitcoms. I enjoyed it. I think it was a fun movie. It's about as good as I remember it ever being. Um, I didn't really like the ending. The ending just seemed like a little too
Yeah,
much for me. It seemed a little
yeah, it was
too.
the ending was definitely a bit of a letdown
It
as
was
far
just,
as the stories go.
yeah. I mean, it really felt like
It
the hand wavy.
floundered.
Yes, I definitely feel like it floundered at the end, but it is a concise ending, I guess. Maybe not concise, but it's an ending. I like it. It's very nostalgic for me to watch it. Oh, I hate to put it in C because I do like it better than the other two movies that are in C. I guess a B tier. It's a B minus.
Okay.
Let's put a B minus category in there.
All right. Next, we have a show that we're currently still in the middle of, but My Adventures of Superman season 3.
This show's wonderful. I never thought that a Superman show could offer anything new. Yeah,
Really?
because it's
Okay.
like Superman's just a really powerful guy, and he's kind of like Goku. If he ever
Yeah.
something is too powerful for him to fight, he's just gotta like try harder and fight him
Yeah.
again, and that's it. He wins. He wins the
I mean,
second time.
granted, that doesn't always happen with Goku. He often will die.
Yeah, yeah,
Or...
this is true. This is true. But
So-
generally speaking, but when he dies, he comes back and then tries even harder still. Superman doesn't really seem to be that way.
yeah.
In this show, he's still learning, and he's learning with his friends this whole
Yeah.
world. So he's not just
The,
learning
the
alone.
one major complaint I have about this is there's a whole thing about how he's supposed to have a secret identity. Nobody's supposed to know Clark Kent is Superman, but it's like he's always hanging around with Supergirl, whose identity is known. People know this girl's Supergirl. She's not even hiding. She can fly when she's in
Yeah,
human
yeah.
clothes. So it's like,
I don't know.
why wouldn't anybody put together this guy is with her and this guy Superman is with her? It's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
definitely him. He's Superman. He's never around when Superman's around. You know?
Okay. Well, anyway,
But anyhow,
the show itself, I like
but
it.
yeah, that aside, I really do like the show. It is really good. It holds up quite well. To the latest Superman movie is probably my favorite of the Superman movies.
Okay.
But I I don't know. I think I like this better than the movie.
Yeah, I do too. I definitely like this better than
A
any of the
little bit.
Superman movies. I like it by a good portion.
Okay.
I didn't really like the last Superman movie that much.
Really?
I just
Okay.
didn't. It was okay. It was okay and it was fun. I would say this. Oh, for Superman, I'm impressed. I would put it in A tier.
Okay. All right. Next, we have The Amateur, starring Academy Award winner Rami Malek and Academy Award nominee Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
hope Lawrence Fishburne got an Academy Award since this movie. But yeah, The Amateur, about a man who is not a trained professional, and he decides to take out some terrorists who
He's
wronged him.
Yes, and he's way better than he has any right to be,
Yes,
and he's constantly surprising everybody.
both the bad guys and the good
And
guys.
yes, Lawrence Fishburne is a significant character in this movie, but he is mostly a guy in the background.
Yeah,
He pops up
the
once in a
the
while.
poster makes it seem like they're a
Yeah.
team that goes around
Yeah.
doing stuff,
But
but
he's
they're not
yeah, it's just Rami.
together most
It's
of the
just
movie.
Rami Malek for the whole
Yeah,
movie.
he is the star of this movie. He's the
But
main
yeah,
vehicle.
yeah, he goes on a revenge tour, and it goes the way you kind of expect. He's just super good at it.
Okay.
So it was all right. It is. I like how they kind of mixed up the characters a bit. You know, like it's not just your average revenge movie, but it is still for the most. It's a paint by numbers affair. I would say it's a B tier.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
All right, next we have The Borrowers, the screen's smallest heroes in the year's biggest adventure. Their space is in your place. Starring John Goodman and Jim Broadbent,
Yeah.
as well as Tom Felton as the younger brother.
Yeah, I thought
And
this was right. Oh.
House. What's his?
Yeah, Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie shows up as a police officer.
Yeah, he actually pops up a couple times. He's not just a throwaway character.
Let's see. Mark Williams is also one that's been in there. With him.
Thought it was I liked it. It was a fun little, like, it really reminded me of the movies I watched growing up. It was like an adventure, a kids adventure style movie. Adults are all just kind of dumb
Yeah,
and incompetent.
that was a little bit of an annoying thing.
Yeah, it's a bit cliche.
But if it's for kids, so the kids
Yes.
or families with kids, game to kids.
Yeah.
So the fact that the adults are a little like oblivious to things is supposed to be how kids perceive adults.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, and it's got this weird, like,
Also, it's kind of weird. John Goodman and Jim Broadbent are listed on the poster, but they're not even shown.
That's John Goodman's feet.
Are they? Well, those are pajamas.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably the kid.
Oh yeah, you're right. But anyhow, yeah, it's this weird, like, time too. Like they have modern technology in it, but like things like the vehicles, and like there's a milkman still, like,
I mean, I don't know how long milkmen were, if they aren't still around in England.
Yeah, they're not. They
I
like
don't know.
fizzled out in like the 70s,
in the
late
United
70s.
States, but it seems to be England.
Yeah, does England still get it in the 90s? Like, they got one guy had a cell phone, and not even like an 80s cell phone. It was a 90s cell phone at least.
In any case,
it's weird.
This movie got an anime adaptation, or the book this is based on got an anime adaptation. The sequel to Varietti, done by Studio Ghibli. We'll have to watch that sometime.
Oh, okay, so it is the same.
But I was unsure. I thought they were similar stories, but the girl in the center there is Arietti. And I was like, oh, so it is the same character. Okay.
Yeah, I thought this movie was actually kind of fun, and they definitely, the borrower characters are really just stealing, but they they are very clever and interesting characters, and it was fun. It's a run of the mill. Well, they're not run of the mill. It's not a run of the mill kids movie, but maybe it is. But I liked how it felt. I would say it's a B tier.
B? All right.
It's not. It's for kids, but it's still fun.
All right, next, another one we're still in the middle of watching, but The Ghost in the Shell. This is a new series that just started recently, and it's kind of a reboot of the Ghost in the Shell standalone complex and such.
Yeah, that's a whole nother universe.
It seems to be a different timeline here.
Yes,
but
it's definitely
all the major characters, including the Major herself here, are in the show, and they are all represented quite well, I feel.
Yeah.
I think most of them are new voice actors, but they all sound right. None of them
Yeah.
do I feel like, who's who is that? I can't, like, why do they sound so weird? No, they all sound like I feel like they should sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, they all do a great job. The only complaint is with whoever's in charge of subtitles on this show.
Subtitles are awful. They go by
They,
way too fast.
there are these little moments where a Japanese description of lore will pop up on the screen, and the subtitles will flash on screen in rapid succession. Like you get like a second and a half to read a sentence and absorb it, and it's almost impossible to pause it and unpause it without having to rewind over and over and over. It's like I just want to watch the show. Like some, I hope they fix it and re-release, or it's streaming. They should be able to update the version, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
future people watch this later
So
on.
anyhow,
If they
about
fix
the
it.
show itself.
Yeah.
The show itself
What do you
is
have to say about the show?
it's I like how it feels more like in the style of the original movies or 1980s style anime. That's cool.
And definitely very modern looking animation.
Yes, yes, the animation style is definitely modern animation, but it really to me feels like it's retro anime. Definitely very different vibe than standalone
Yeah.
complex. Yeah, it's fine. I like the show so far. I think it's okay. I think it's okay so far. I would say it's a B tier with the potential for more. But yeah, okay. I won't
I've
fight you on it.
really been enjoying it. The only caveat that would keep it from an S tier is this dang subtitles. They need to fix that. But anyhow, we're almost done here. Got a couple more left here. Got Tokyo Revengers. We finished the first season. Ended up on quite the cliffhanger. Won't go into any more about that, but basically, Takamichi is this young guy who finds he has the remarkable ability to travel back in time to his teenage self, retaking over his body, and he ends up joining the Tokyo Manji gang, and is trying to change it for the better.
Yeah, his ultimate goal is to save the life of a loved one, and is it trying to change the timeline so that she stays alive in the present day. Um, but yeah, yeah, it's interesting show. Yeah, interesting show. It's kind of like what is it? Frequency rules. Like
Yes, very much
whenever he
like
goes,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Except
right?
instead of communicating over a
Yeah.
radio, he's just traveling
Yeah, he
back to
just
his own
travels.
body.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
like
a
the
little bit
timelines
butterfly
for
effect. It's a little bit like that as well, except
it's yeah.
only one point
It,
to one point, not
yes, it's kind
multiple
of like he
points.
can't go back any further. Like in
Yeah,
Butterfly Effect, he could go from one time period to another. He could go back even further if he
yeah,
really wants. Whereas Takamichi can only go back a certain amount of time each time. Like he basically goes 10 years in the past. So if he spends like a week in the
yeah,
past, when he goes back in time, it's 10 years to that last point.
yeah.
So or about that
Something like
point.
that.
It's but yes, he's constantly trying to fix the past, and he goes sometimes ends up in the future to learn about the past so he could go back and fix
Yeah.
it.
I do kind of wish he went back to the present day a little more often to get more
Yes.
information to help him in the past.
Yes.
But
Because that the time travel angle is like a big deal, and like it
yeah.
feels like it's getting a smaller and smaller plot point.
But hopefully, whenever we get more of this, I'm not sure how much more there is in the first season. But yeah, hopefully there'll be more time travel involved in the future storylines. But yeah, very much wimpy. He looks like a tough guy here, but he's a really wimpy kind of guy.
But he's got a lot of heart.
For as many anime characters can be known for being a crybaby, he has got to be the biggest anime crybaby. But anyhow, where are we ranking Tokyo Revengers?
I'm still really enjoying it. Gosh, I would say it's a B tier so far, but I feel like it's gonna be an A tier.
All right.
It's a B plus, a B plus plus.
All right. Next we have Tusk by Kevin Smith. Yeah, man is the most dangerous animal. So this was a very, very bizarre
It's
movie.
weird.
Very nothing like any other Kevin Smith movie I'd ever
Yeah,
seen.
this is it's more of a joke.
Apparently, sequel to Yoga Hosers, which I have not seen. I think that was the first movie that I missed.
Mm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Most of
there's
his
characters
latest movies.
from that movie in here.
Most of his latest movies I have not seen. I think the last one I saw was Clerks 2. But yeah, very weird movie. Justin Long is a podcaster alongside the I See Dead People guy,
Oh yeah.
Haley Joel Osment. He's his podcaster co-host, and they do a really bizarre podcast with a very not safe for work sounding name and gets them in trouble a few times. But yeah, basically he tries to find odd stories to go and investigate, and then come back to his podcasting set and tell his friend Haley Joel Osment's character what he found out. So he tells him the story secondhand, and that's what the audience gets to hear, his reaction to the story he's found. And he ends up in Canada looking for a story, and that story ends up dying on him. So he ends up stuck in Canada trying to find something else, and he gets wrapped up in something very, very strange.
Yeah. This is all based on some like silly bit that they had on a podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The post credits of the movie actually has
It has
I think Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier talking about the plot, and boy, did they really make fun of the premise here, which I thought was really weird choice. But anyhow, what did you think of the movie? How
I mean, I didn't really. It's all based on a joke that I didn't get.
Okay.
I didn't really care for the movie. It's not bad. It's got some good body horror in it, but I think, oh man, it's rough. D tier is lonely. Let's put it there.
Okay. All right. Well, I think something else is gonna get company, but yeah, Vampire's Kiss, starring a very young Nick Cage here.
I think he's supposed to. They want him to look like Bela Lugosi here. Or
Yeah,
something.
possibly. But yeah, basically, Nick Cage plays a young executive who ends up getting seduced by a vampiress, and he gets bitten, and he seems to think he's a vampire. There's nothing in the movie that really cements that he has actually started turning, unlike
Yes.
Once Bitten, which has more overt vampire attributes happening. This is the movie that everybody knows, Nicolas Cage being completely over the top and ridiculous, where he recites the alphabet in very exaggerated comic timing, and the wide-eyed stares and whatnot. If you love Nicolas Cage, you kind of owe it to yourself to check this one out just to see what this movie's all about. But otherwise,
Yeah, it's
pretty awful.
We also do never get an official answer whether or not he really is a vampire or not. That's one of the big things of the movie, I feel. Anyway, but it's a movie. It is very weird. The tone is weird. It kind of feels like it shifts a bit too much. Never like too far away, but I really couldn't get into any of the characters. I like Nick Cage,
Yes.
and I think that's a good reason to watch it, because it's Nick Cage being Nick Cage, and there's definitely some of that in there. But it's not really. I want to say it's not a movie, but it's technically a movie. So there you go, F tier. I'm sorry,
we're both in agreement.
It's so bad.
All right, and to wrap it all up, we have
S tier.
X-Men 97 Season 2. Another one we're still in the middle of watching as it's releasing, but yes, this is phenomenal. It is. This second season's been. I feel like it's been even better than the first season. But yeah, it very much holds up. I kind of want them to like reanimate the original series with this art style.
It'd be nice, at least the last season.
Oh,
my
absolutely.
gosh,
I have not seen the last season of the original run.
Noticeably rough.
You said S?
Yeah, it's absolutely an S tier. There's another one thing. If you don't like this, then we just don't watch the same things, and we probably wouldn't watch anything together. which is okay. We don't have to watch the same stuff together, but this is so good. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. It's a little less balanced than our previous ones.
Yeah, and I don't mind that. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like C, D, and F having two each is kind of neat that way that worked out. But yeah, I feel like everything got put in the proper location. Kind of, I don't know. Is it weird that we have as many as three in S tier, or
You
I
know
feel
what?
like that might be more than we
I
usually
think it's a
have.
little unfair because they're shows rather than
Yeah, all three are TV
um
series.
so it's I mean not that everything else isn't a show, but it's just yeah, they're really good and they have more chances to impress, and I think it's actually harder for a show
Hmm.
episode per episode to beat out a movie. Um yeah, in some cases. Anyway, no, I don't think it's that weird, honestly, and I'm very happy with the choices here. I'm satisfied
All
anyway.
right. So yeah, that's been movies we watched in July of 2026. It's been Sakang the Fanda.
And the Serena Shireen.
And happy Fursuit Friday. Thank you for watching and listening, and bye bye.
Squeak.